بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. منظومة المقدمة فيما يجب على قارئ القرآن أن يعلمه، من نظم إمام الحفاظ وحجة القراء محمد بن محمد بن محمد بن علي بن يوسف المعروف بابن الجزري رحمه الله تعالى. يقول راجي عفو رب سامعي محمد بن الجزري الشافعي:
as-sakinain multaqiyan fil kalima wa fil kalimatain. Simply put, iltiqa as-sakinain. We call something iltiqa as-sakinain when there are two sakins, skun, two letters with sakin meeting at the same place, whether in the same word or in two different words. So with regards to iltiqa as-sakinain, we can look at it in two folds. The first one is, when is it acceptable for two letters meeting to be skun, and when is it not acceptable? So today we are going to pick the acceptable conditions for two letters to meet in Arabic language. The first condition: when you have the two letters meeting to be skun in such a way that the first letter is a harf mad. So you have the two letters meeting to be skun. The first letter becomes a harf mad. So for example, in the first example here, ad-dallin. So if you look at this word, you see that after the dot, there's a harf mad there, and the harf mad is a sakin. Then immediately after the harf mad, there is a skun there. Where is that skun? We should take note that whenever you have a harf shadda, a harf that has a shadda on it, then it tells you that the shadda is made up of two letters. That's two letters in which the first one is a harf as-sakin, then the second one is a mutaharrik. So because of the sukun meeting with the mutaharrik, and both the two letters are the same, that is why they have done it idgham, and they have bring shadda on it. So you have the lam there after the harf mad, there's a shadda on it. That tells you that the first the shadda is two lam, the lam there is lam 2. So if you have two lams, the first lam is a skun, the second lam is a mutaharrik. But because they are all the same letter, the first one is skun, the second one is mutaharrik, then it becomes mudgham. They do it idgham and becomes shadda. So for that matter, we have a harf mad. Immediately after the harf mad, we have a lam that is a skun. Before lam, that is a mutaharrik. That's the kasra there. So wala dallin, two sakins have met there. So if you look at the second example, atuhajjuni, so the same condition there. There's a harf mad after the ha, then there's a harf mad on the, that is the shadda, that tells us that there's a harf mad on the jim, a harf sakin in the jim. So you have harf mad immediately after the jim again, then you have harf sakin before the on the nun too. So we come to this, the second line, we have yasin. So you have ya. So you see that the sin, you have sin, immediately after the sin, you have a harf mad, which is what? A sakin. Then immediately after the harf mad, you have nun there. The nun is a sakin. Let's take note that the yasin is what they have separated or spelled out. So there are two letters in the Quran, ya and sin, but in the recitation we spell them out. So they have spelled them out, yasin. So that is what we are seeing there. If we come to noon, so they spell the noon out, and we have waw madiyya, which is a sakin, and then noon, which is a sakin meeting in one place. Then we have ain, the same thing. We have ya madiyya, which is a sakin, and noon, which is also a sakin. So this is the first condition that allows two sakins to meet. The second condition is that when you have the sukun of the second letter Two letters meeting, both of them are sakin. But the sukun of the second letter is not an original sukun. It is a borrowed sukun. For example, if you look at the first example here, al-hisab. So you see that the hisab, the ba, originally there's a kasra under it. But because you are going to stop on the ba, you brought sukun on top. So the sukun there is a borrowed sukun. So it allows, because of the fact that it is a borrowed sukun, it allows for two sakins to meet. So you have the first sakin, that is the alif there, then the second sakin, that is the borrowed sukun on the ba. So you go to the second example, ta'lamun, the same thing, the wa and the nun, the same thing there, the same explanation. Ar-Rahim, the same explanation there. Quraysh, so you have ya skun, then shin skun. The shin skun, the original it is kasratain, then they borrowed skun on it because we are going to stop there. So it's also the same explanation. Khawf, the same explanation. Min ba'd, so you have the ain skun and then the dal kasra originally, but they have borrowed a skun on it and making it skun, so two skun meeting. And then al-qadr, the same thing, the same explanation. And then as-suht, the same explanation over there. May Allah make it easier for us.